The reality is this, right? This is why Atlanta rap is about to fall off and Atlanta's going to lose its place. Living in Atlanta, I know this for a fact. The gatekeepers here that have the power and the money to put artists on, to help another artist out, they only support street rappers. So if you really look at Atlanta's history, after the Outkast, kind of balanced, more balanced hip hop Ti, Outkast Ti era, it's been ever since Gucci Mane went on to the top with Jeezy and them. It ain't been nothing but street, nothing but the streets. Thug, Future, Migos. Um, we could just sit here for hours just naming people, right? Some that did two songs we never heard of again, like Day Day, and it just keep going. And meanwhile, the talented, dope, different type of artists, we didn't put them in the forefront. So what happens is now you put out a certain identity and energy that is one that is literally very targeted. You gotta think when you are taking an identity that is based in criminal activities where people can get locked up, a lot of murder and violence, drug addiction. These are frequencies that are prone to at some point fail or backfire. I mean, you ain't talking about like in country music, them riding horses. You could ride horses for 50, 60 years. You can't do drugs for 50, 60 years. You can't have enemies and have gun battles and be selling dope and gang banging for 50, 60 years. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is now the streets is getting exposed, right? All these rappers are telling and it goes against their number one code. I mean, and they're going to jail and they're getting shot and they're getting killed. So if all I have is my money in one basket, if I put all my eggs in one basket, if that basket, for whatever reason, starts to crumble, I have no more eggs. See, other cities like New York, LA, the other big cities, the big hip hop capitals have always had both, right? In LA, you got everything from Kendrick to YG, you had Nip, all the way to Tyler the Creator. We don't put our Tyler the Creators on. We don't even put our Kendricks on. And then we wonder why it's starting to crumble. Because all you've put on is like, I guess the equivalent would be, imagine if LA only had YGs. Oh, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to embrace other styles of artists. I was there in 2000, in the mid 2010s, watching all these like different type of rappers try to pop on Edgewood Avenue. Rest in peace to like OG Mako, and there was Key and there was Rari, and y'all don't put them in the forefront of Atlanta. All you put in Atlanta is trap rap. So when the trap rappers and the world start to wake up to all this street stuff, after the streets, all this stuff that's going on, everybody rats, everybody tells in the end, then now the rug is pulled from under people's feet. Now we don't have nothing. So you didn't have nothing to fall back on. So once all this street stuff is over with, which is coming soon, which is a whole nother conversation, what do we have left? Thank God for a JID, but even he be rapping about a bunch of street stuff half the time. So then what do we put out next? What's next after that? So if we don't start grabbing up these young dudes who are lyrical and rapping about conscious stuff or making different type of music and showing that Atlanta is more than just hey shout out what's happening, all of that. If that's all we got when the identity is no longer valid, then what? Then what? The reality is if the gang banging rap stopped happening in LA, they got other people they can put out there that's already out. LA can be a new thing. But Atlanta is just trap. It's just stripper club, trap, strip club, trap, strip club, trap, street, 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 strip club, trap. Now we got Atlanta drill. So what happens when all that's done? If we don't have any other artists out there, we will take that L, and we will go through what like New York went through for those years when nobody was popping out of New York. So the gatekeepers got to do better and be more open minded, and we have to expand. What does it mean to be an AT alien? What does it mean to be in Atlanta? What is Atlanta's identity? It can't just be zone 1, zone 3, zone 4, and zone 6. That's another crazy thing. We got zone 2 and zone 5. We never talk about Buckhead or the downtown midtown area, but I'm just saying like it can't just be trap. it can't just be the strip club, because first of all, there's way more to Atlanta than that. But we don't want to show that. We want to just be these hood people. We want to be, sorry y'all, we just want to be these hood people. We just want to be as gangster as LA and New York was for all those years. We wanted to show them like, nah, we're doing this too. And then now that's all we have. So when all of our street rappers are getting exposed in different ways, what's next? Who else can keep the Atlanta torch going? We don't have a chance to rapper of Atlanta like Chicago do. You know? We don't have that. So